Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I'm Vandy, and if you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. The purpose of today's video is to not only show you how to install individual passion twists on straight or relaxed hair, but update you guys on the different install techniques and why different techniques are required for different hair types. First, let's go over the hair you need and how to properly work with it. So for passion twists, you typically want to use water wave hair. This is by the brand Freetress. There are other companies who make this curl pattern in different types of styles and colors, but this is really the hallmark of what passion twists were kind of born from. So this is what the package looks like, and this is what it looks like out of the package. This is actually the Caramelette color blend, I believe. It's kind of like a 350 and like a really deep 4 mix. This is the curl pattern that you want to get for a actual passion twist. The other type of hair that I recommend is the hair that you can order on Amazon. You can typically type in the search bar passion twist hair, but the vendors are hit or miss. So if you would like recommended vendors, you can always check out my Amazon store. I keep a list of all of the recommended passion twist vendors in an actual passion twist list idea. And as you can see, it's a similar curl pattern. 2 different brands, same curl pattern. The only difference between these two is that this one, the curl pattern always curls in the same direction. So I don't know if you can see the wave, how it's stair-stepping this direction. All of those curls are going in the same direction. And this is important for the install portion of the passion twist because you want everything to go in the same direction so that you get that nice fluffy bounce. The Freetress brand is always a good go-to choice. However, it is a little bit more difficult to work with because each package, all of the strands curl in different directions. So some of them go to the left, some of them go to the right. So I do have to spend extra time at the beginning of the appointment separating them out to make sure that I have all of the ones going to the left on one side of my rack and the ones going to the right on the other side of my rack. So I'm not constantly having to look at the curl pattern. So I don't know if you can see in this particular pack, there were 2 different colors, and what they did was one color was going to the left and one color was going to the right. So I'm going to separate these so you can see the difference. This orangey looking one, this is like a 350. This one is actually stair stepping to the right. So I want to put all of these together because I want to create one passion twist with that. You see how they all stair step together? Right here, stair step to the left. So you can kind of see that they're all going in the same direction. The issue with that is that if I took one from this one and one from this one, when I start twisting in any direction that I feel, it's not going to look like a twist. It's going to look more like a chain link. I'll show you what that looks like. So I'm not going to actually install it on this particular braid. I'm just going to use this as an example to show you what I mean by it looking like a chain link. So I wanted to use 2 for this section, and this one goes to this direction, that one goes this direction. When I start to twist, I'm not gonna know which direction to twist. I'm just gonna pick one. When I start twisting, this is fine if this is the look that you're going for, but it kind of gives you more like a little DNA strand. Now I'm gonna show you what it looks like when you twist to the correct direction that the curl pattern is going. So in this case, these are both curling to the right, so I'm going to twist to the right. And as you can see, the twist is already starting to lock in on itself. And I'm not even having to do very much work at it. So you see how it's like springy and it's uniform and it's a nice fluffy twist. Here's the difference between the 2. So this one is fighting against the curl pattern. This one is going with the curl pattern. That's why knowing your curl pattern direction is very important for this style. Otherwise, you'll be fighting against the pattern and it's always going to fight against the hair itself. So this look is just fine if that's the look that you're going for, but this is the standard look that I offer my clients. So I had to switch over to voiceover because when I watched the playback, there was apparently a lot of background noise happening outside. So let's get into the install techniques. This first one I'm going to show you is the traditional one that you will see me doing on myself most often. And that's where we secure the hair section with a rubber band or elastic, and then we crochet the hair underneath that rubber banded section, and then we split the natural hair and gather it with the passion twist hair and begin twisting it together. Now this method only works if the natural hair has a similar curl pattern to the passion twist hair, and that's really your curl patterns ranging in the 3A's up to the 4C category, and that's simply because the hair needs some texture to grip onto. This hair actually has a very slippery fine texture, so you can see since the hair I'm working with is a straight texture, you can already see that it's fighting against the curl pattern. And what's going to happen over time is the ends are going to start poking out of the bottom, as you can see here. So you may be able to get the install on day one, but after it starts springing up on itself and doing its own thing, it's going to start sticking out just like this. The next install technique is for my girlies who don't care for the rubber banded method, and we just braid the base of the section and we crochet at the base. This method only works if the client's hair is strong enough to withhold that braid and long enough to hold that braid. And you can see also I am crocheting through the base of that braid twice to add a little extra security. Also, to help conceal the braid at the top, I'm wrapping the first part of this section first before I begin twisting, a lot like you would do a lock. You can use this method also with the rubber band method to help conceal the rubber band. Now, as you can see, both methods give a great result, but because this client has straight hair, naturally, the hair is going to fight against the curl pattern, and the minute they start styling it, moving those twists around, moisture, any of that is going to start sticking out the bottom. Now, I have had clients with relaxed ends and also clients with keratin treatments, so their ends are really straight and do not prefer like a full crochet passion twist. They want individuals. This is a method that I came up with to help conceal the straight ends and keep them basically tame throughout the duration of the style. Basically, I take a very, very small piece of the hair and I feed it into the bottom of the braid, and I just feed it all the way in there until it's completely secure and I know it's not going to fall out. That basically just turns that straight end into a curly end. If the hair is too fine or straight to hold the feed in, you can also crochet it at the base of the braid and use that as the third leg and braid that in there just to get it on the braid so that it stays. This method also works well for extending short hair, like you would see like to create like a box braid. If you need to create an extra leg for box braids, it's the same method, but in this case we're turning it into a curly piece. And just for added security, especially if those relaxed ends are really, really stiff, I will tie a knot at the bottom of the braid, similar to what we would do with a goddess tie, and that will basically keep that straight end from sticking out of the passion twist because it's being camouflaged by the curly piece that is added into it. Now all that's left to do is to install your passion twist the same way you would do any other method, and I will show you at the end how even when you pull on it, tug on it, that curly piece is keeping that straight hair in that twist. It's not coming out. So yes, if you have relaxed hair, yes, you can have individual passion twists. It's just all about understanding a proper install technique that works best for you. So that completes today's video. As always, if you learned something, make sure you give it a big thumbs up and tell a friend. And if you aren't already subscribed, make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell so you do not miss our uploads. As always, thank you so much for stopping by, and I will catch you in the next video. Bye.